Tom McDonald,
Here.
Anita Matt, Jennifer Finley. Here, Jim Molitor,
Here.
Carol Langford, Len Tootie,
Here.
Bing Matt, Ellie Bundy,
Present.
Martin Charlo,
Present.
Mike Dolson,
I'm here.
James Steele Senior.
And Jim is here. Carol, could you lead us in a prayer this morning?
Creator, today we just give thanks for this beautiful day and give thanks that all the members are here except Tom. We hope that he gets well, and also along with Teresa, and just get healthy. And we also give thanks today for our elders and our children, and we pray that they stay safe and strong. And we pray for all of the other events that are coming up and going along. And we also pray for Anita and hope that she's healing from everything that she's gone through, and just pray that she comes back to us soon. And we also pray for the events that are upcoming. I'm golfing in a tournament, and I pray that I do well. And also we pray for Crystal Whitehawk, who we lost recently, a young person, and pray that her family gets through this. Komiate.
All right. Thank you for that, Carol. Yeah, thank you for mentioning Anita. I heard that she had a pretty rough week last week.
Mr. Chairman, yeah, I got a call from her. I think it's her sister-in-law. She fell off of her porch, and so I called Joe Durglow. He said he could buy some lumber, and hopefully the elders program could step up and get it put together. So I know that was one of the issues, but.
All right. Well, yeah, I hope she can start a recovery and come back to work and be with us. So. All right, we have a set of minutes. Let's take a few minutes and look at those minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll amend my prayer to include Rick Ineas and Jordan Thompson because they're golfing with me.
Oh, okay. Abby, on the second paragraph down where we were talking with Art Kayai, it says Len Tootie thought Lynn Ducharme was involved in his purchase. If you just change that to Len Tootie thought the fisheries program was involved with that purchase and mitigation dollars were used. Thank you. Yes, Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair, Council. After Katie Finley Squeakley, could we just make sure that to put in there that council acknowledged and appreciates all of our water, what we call them, our boat inspectors, AKA our water protectors. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you, Martin. Did you get that, Abby?
Yep, I got it.
Motion to approve the minutes.
All right, motion by Martin to approve the minutes. Second by Bing. Any other changes, questions, concerns? All in favor? Opposed, same. Motion carried.
I'll abstain.
One abstention, Carol. Okay, let's take a look at the agenda. Is there any additions to the agenda? Council have anything? Any updates, Martin?
Yeah, I'll do a update and open, please.
One update for Martin and one for our Jimmy. Carol? Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
Thank you, Lynn. We just tried to have one item for executive session, and then one for open.
Okay, got you down. Any other changes? Okay, I'm looking for a motion. Motion to approve the agenda by Mike, second by Jimmy. All in favor? Opposed, same. Motion carried. We have no walk-ins, Jennifer? All right, let's go ahead and start with the council. Let's start with Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. So another week, another COVID update. We are still in a high transmission rate as of 7/14. I did hear that possibly could change, so unfortunately hasn't updated yet. Still mandating masks within tribal buildings. I hope that everyone continues to be safe and make sure you do your due diligence if you're sick. You know, the people that, you know, have gotten sick, some of them have mixed results. Some of them, I think, are getting different strains of the virus. So make sure that, you know, you are consulting with your medical provider about what's best for you and your family when it comes to vaccines and flu shots and all the things that we do to protect ourselves. Kind of like throwing a brush guard on your vehicle around here. It's something, you know, the deer are out there, and it's not if, it's when you're going to hit one of them. So saying that because I took out my headlight the other couple weeks ago, and yeah, they're out there. So just like COVID, I thought that was an interesting analogy I was thinking about after the deer jumped up and ran away. So I appreciate you guys, you know, doing what's best for us and the mask mandate. It's not mandate, it's a suggestion. And let's continue to be safe. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you for that, Martin. Always appreciated those COVID updates. Starting to find out there is quite a few people out there that was recently infected. So keep all those people in your prayers. Okay, Carol.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, thank you. I have a couple of issues. Oh, I got a call from James Big Beaver and was talked to by a couple of other people that are participating in the drug court. And they volunteered to do some work at the Elmo powwow. And during the process of the Elmo powwow, they were fired. And they never got paid for the funds that the time that they did work. And I think that they should be paid.
Okay.
And also, I don't know if it's the bathroom issue that created all of this, but I just think, the powwow committee should, if they didn't, they should hire people to take care of the bathrooms. Because there's, you gotta have, I don't know about shots or anything, but you gotta be really careful when you're working around a lot of those kind of facilities. And so anyway, I understand that they got fired because they wouldn't care for the bathroom. And I'm sure there's definitely another side of the story, but the time that they did work, they should get paid. I know what they were using the money for was for their annual trip that, that we donate, and other parts of our organization donate. And we always encourage people to go out and donate their time, or offer to raise money. And that's what they were doing, is trying to raise money. There was about 4 or 5 of them out there that were working that. And so I would like somebody to look into that. And it seems like this happens quite often, that where people get hired and then whether they're fired or not, they still should be paid in these instances. So if you could look into that, Mr. Chair, I know it's a touchy situation, but it is what it is. And the other thing, I went to Ameren. I'm working on my trip report, so I won't give that today, but I was selected or elected chairman of the cell commission.
Well, all right, congratulations.
Well, I don't know if it's congratulations. It's a lot of technical, but then they also asked an alternate, and I think Ellie's my alternate, or Martin, one of them. And so
Ellie is.
like to encourage our alternates to get involved with, so there's always a backup, because this stuff is so technical, and we need to have that kind of backup. And you'll be paid, and your travel will be paid and everything if we do travel together. So anyway, I think that's it, Mr. Chairman. Oh, and I'd like to be excused for at noon for there's an honoring of Sherry McDonald over at the center. And then also take off this afternoon. I'll be on Zoom, but I'm getting ready for a tournament. So,
Okay,
so.
very good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, not training. No, we're actually kind of hobnobbing with some of the not congressional, but the legislature and governors. It's a governor's cup that we're gathering for.
Gotcha.
So, okay, thank you.
Thank you for bringing up that Elmo powwow issue. James reached out to me also and kind of give me what was happening and what happened over the weekend. So I will follow up with the powwow chairman, and also ask Rick to follow up on this, making sure that these folks get paid. So
I would also like a report from the Elmo Powwow Committee. And one other thing, this group is also doing a fentanyl rally and walk in Polson. So they're working to also put faces and voices to, people who have lost their lives from this stuff, and people who are still struggling. So yeah, and this is the same group of guys that are doing this. And so they don't just do one thing to raise money. I mean, they help people get cars started and groceries and all of this stuff. So anyway, thank you, Mr.
when is this event going to take place?
It's in August. Right now, they're working with Joe Dergalo. I know Jimmy, or not Jimmy, but Danny James. And
Okay,
I lost the names.
all right.
Yeah.
Martin, and
And we had asked Mr. Big Beaver to bring in an invoice so he could get paid. So I don't know if that was ever relayed to him as well. So
yes, I mentioned that to him also.
It was, Mr. Chairman, and he was having his sister help him get it written up, but they were doing it at home, not on the work computer. So
Okay, I'll follow up with Gina and see if she can't email that to me. Yes, Jennifer.
I did have one walk-in. It was Jennifer Tenasket. She's the one that came and took a picture. She just wanted to speak with you guys really quick before you guys went into executive, if possible.
Okay, sounds good. Good morning. Yes. And if you just push that button on the mic there.
Thank you so much for having me on such short notice. Okay. Thank you for having me on such short notice. My name is Jen Tomasic. I'm a citizen of the Claville Nation, but I'm also a descendant of the CSKT tribes. My mom's Linda Standing Cloud is a citizen of the CSKT tribe. Sorry, I just ran down the stairs. I just want to thank you for giving me a brief time. I'm the Vice President of Operations for the Akana Group. Akana is a Choctaw word that means ally. And so our company owner, Chad Johnson, saw a need in Indian country for access to equipment and access to capital for our tribal citizens. And so he started his company, and we are one of the only partners with John Deere, along with a couple of our OEMs. So we just want to let you know we're here. So if you have tribal citizens that are ranchers or farmers in need of equipment, we know we have aging farmers and ranchers. So we also have training and educational programs as well with our company. And so we just wanted to let you know we were here, so you can let your citizens know if they have equipment needs, either new or used equipment we can provide. We can provide them access to capital through native CDFIs or native banks. And we also have the entire John Deere dealership network at our hands that we can provide for the citizens. So I just wanted to let you know we were here, and if you have any questions.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. Do you have a business card? or
Yes, sir,
anything?
I do.
If you can pass those out to the council, I think that'd be very helpful to us.
Wonderful.
And because we do get those types of requests periodically, and it's a lot of times we just don't know who to reach out to. So
That's
just
wonderful.
another resource that we could share that would sure be beneficial to our ranchers.
Yes, sir. Also, another thing that we have is there's a company called the Virkin Group that provides end-to-end roads program or equipment. That's one that we're working with. They have a training facility in Nashville. I know that we as tribal nations have our roads programs, which kind of limits us to the 9 to 5 to work on roads. And I don't know if you guys have a for-profit roads program. But we can also, if you decide to go in that area of expansion to start a for-profit arm for your roads, we can provide like a train the trainer once you start your business to bring them down to Nashville, train them, and then also any equipment you needed from rock crushers, steamrollers, anything you need end to end for the roads business. So I did want to kind of put that out there.
All right, well, thank you. That's good to hear.
Yes, sir.
Any questions or comments from the council? Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
I
so
really
much.
appreciate that.
I
If you want to
appreciate
just,
y'all.
if you want to just drop off the cards with Jennifer there, and she can disperse them to us.
Yes, thank you so much for the informalness that I came in.
Yes,
with.
and thank you.
Take care.
Yes. Okay, so we have Tom had one issue in executive and one in open, and Jimmy had one in executive. So let's do the open session with Tom, and then after that we'll go into executive and discuss the other two issues here. So Tom, turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. I was glad that Katie, the REIS program, was able to bring up the issue, not the issue, but the acknowledgement of Inspectors Week next week. And yesterday, of course, as I had a doctor's appointment with my wife in Missoula yesterday afternoon, and so driving by the one of the check stations that we operate, the Ravalli check station, and then thinking the other one in Thompson Falls, and and having done those inspections there myself, standing in 100-degree heat and especially this weekend coming up, is that I really like to see the council acknowledge every one of those staffs that are working next week during the different shifts. If we couldn't give them some type of gift of appreciation, or refreshment or something that we would hopefully do that for them next week. I think Katie certainly could identify the shifts to make sure that everybody, both in Thompson Falls and down at Ravalli, could benefit from that. But they do an outstanding job, and it is very hard to stand out in the heat when it's 100 degrees out there and work that, you know, during certain times. And so that just reminded me of that need. And of course, Martin's been reminding us of that need too. So just want to throw that out there for council. If there was something we might be able to do, like fresh food baskets or something that might be beneficial, or something we could drop off during every shift next week.
That's a good idea, Tom. Thanks for bringing that up, because yeah, we do got a heat wave coming up here, and need to make sure that they have some cold drinks. I mean, I just can imagine standing out there in the hot sun all day, and really do appreciate the work they do. So I'll make some phone calls and make sure that we can get something out to them.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you for bringing that up. So with that, we'll go into executive session.